Hey, babes. So, it's Sunday. You know how I always come in on Sunday when I record for these. Because I really want to get the energy for the week for real, you know? Um, don't mind me as I'm like preparing and getting ready. I had a lot on my mind. And before I hopped in the cards, I wanted to kind of like talk it out, hash it out, all of that good stuff. Because truthfully, like, have you ever been at this part of like your journey and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And not like in a bad way, right? Where you're like, oh, wait a minute, is everything that I've been asking for and manifesting on its way to me? And I can feel it and it feels crazy. And like, even if you're not there, that's okay. You know, like there will be moments or there will be times in your journey that it doesn't feel anywhere near that, but then there's plenty of other times where you're like, what else? Like, that's one of the best things ever, right? And I'm kind of like in the in-between there, personally. Like, I know I've been talking in the prompts about like my teenage self, and there's a lot that I had to release over this last week of just really being like, damn, like that shit happened, and like I gotta feel that and I gotta move on. And I'm in that process of like, damn, that shit happened, but then moving into the, okay, but now I gotta feel that shit. Because like there's some emotions that are like really easy to get through. There's other emotions where I'm like, I can't even believe that that was the person that I was. I can't even believe that I let people treat me that way, talk to me that way, push me over, people please, like feeling like I wasn't enough, even though I was giving like 10 times, 1,000 times over, right? And it's like, like, who is that person? And then there was like some shame that I was feeling because I was just like, God, was I that dumb? Like, was I seriously that dumb? And I say that as like this moment of like, oh my God, like the version that I am now would never deal with that. The version that I am now is not dealing with the people, not dealing with the bullshit, not dealing with how they treat me, what they say about me, any of that. None of that. And that is like such a marker of real growth right now. And that's what I'm trying to lean into with this energy for like my inner teen. Like, don't feel shame, baby. From 14 to 17, my life was a living fucking nightmare. And I took a lot of that to heart when I was like reassessing, redivulging, right? Like putting it out there. But it also was like this big relief to be like, wow, look at how far I've actually grown for real. Like 16-year-old Brie she'd be obsessed with the Brie that I am today. Like that would be her guiding light. And that is where I'm like, oh yeah, like fuck, like that's amazing. And I say this in this way because there's moments where I keep thinking to myself that I'm not enough, or that who am I to teach these people when I still have so much more to work on myself, or how can I do this, or why should I do, just a bunch of BS. And I realized that it was my teenage self being like, well, I worked so hard before and it wasn't enough. So like, what if I work really hard with this and it's not enough? Then what? Then who am I? What does that look like? Who will love me for what that looks like? And the fact of the matter is, I already have people that love me. I already have people that truly see me for me and love me for me. And I now have to step in for my teenage version of myself to being this like 30-year-old version of myself, to step in like a true like big sis, bestie, whatever you want to call it, right? And be like, babe, it's more than acceptable to fuck up at that age. You're a child. Like children, and everybody, but children especially, make a lot of mistakes because they have not done this before. And even if you tripped up and made those same mistakes, right? you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna, like, that doesn't work. Like, I know it doesn't work. Because what did Einstein say? Or whoever, repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is true insanity. And that's literally where I've been over these last, like, 4 years, is changing the different. I've been around this circle, that circle that I was just talking about, of feeling the guilt, feeling the shame, doing stuff to, like, throw myself off and make myself feel worse and everything else, right? And now I'm at this place in my life where forgiveness is, like, really easy for me in many ways. But I've realized that the forgiveness that I truly need to forgive is within me, and telling my younger self, like, it's not your fault that those people didn't love you. It's not your fault that they treated you like a trophy. It's not your fault. None of that shit is your fault. The dudes growing up, the different dynamics within being biracial, living in a predominantly white suburb, like, just lots of different shit that, like, how was I supposed to know? Like, I truly didn't know any better. And that's where I'm realizing, like, how forgiveness is truly for yourself. And not only that, like, a deeper layer into that, I have a lot of issues with my dad. And you guys know that I live at my parents' house. So it's like, it's really hard going, like, day to day and not feeling like there's some BS happening. And basically, like, I'm at this point where I'm like, if I keep getting upset at the things that they say or do, when I know that I want to keep my relationship with them surface level, and that's okay. Like, I know they're my parents. Doesn't mean I don't love them, but, like, they don't have to know every single aspect of my life or what I'm doing, because they don't control it anymore. And I can have privacy wherever I want because it's my life. And I'm finally getting to that point where I'm like, damn, it's really my choice. Like, I have a choice to do any of these things. And I keep asking myself, like, when am I finally going to move out of here and get into my apartment? And I literally was like, I just need to, like, chill out with them and just, like, forgive them, right? Like how I forgave myself, like, in a way for myself. I know that they are not emotionally capable to ever have conversations like I need them to have. They're not capable. And, like, yeah, that sucks, and I have to mourn that a little bit, but it's also like, okay, like, it's all right. I can leave the relationship exactly where it is and not feel bad about it, because I know it's for my betterment of my mindset and my spiritual journey. And I already have people in my life that love me no matter how many times I fuck up, or what that looks like, or what other people think it looks like. I got a lot of people, and I've realized that over this last, like, year and a half being at my parents', like, it just totally shifted my perspective of the real people, the real friends, the real family, you know? But let me stop yapping. I say all of this because I'm not quite sure what's in this reading today. I literally always bring my tarot, but again, here we are. We gotta go to our oracle deck. I threw away the box a long time ago, and I have no idea what this deck is called. But this is one of my favorite decks, and whenever I feel called to pull oracle, it just means that there's a lot to say. So buckle up, bear with me. And also, to everything that I was saying, I got to this point where I said that, like, whole, like, oh, when am I going to be able to move? Maybe I should just forgive them or whatever. Two totally different thought processes, but it came to that conclusion. Something dropped off my credit report finally that I've been working to get dropped off, and my one score went up like 24 points. The other one dropped. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it was still such, like, a confirmation from spirit of, like, okay, you're getting closer. Like, you're definitely getting closer. You say you want to forgive them, but are you actually going to forgive them? Right? And today's Father's Day, so there was a lot of animosity that I was feeling. And now that I'm sitting here in the car doing this reading, there's just this energy of like, yeah, no. Like, I'm feeling better. I know it's going to take me some time to like really forgive, but I feel like I'm in a much better spot. So I hope that either that confirmation story or what I'm about to deliver here really hits you in a space that explodes inside of you. Sorry if that sounded very dirty. But like, I wanted to set off the fire because this last week was real heavy, right? And now it's like we have to reignite this fire, especially before this new moon that happens towards the end of the month. And it's like, okay, we're transitioning here. We're really moving. We're really flowing. So if we're going to do that, not these both popping out as I try to shuffle the deck. Look to nature for healing. Rest. Look to nature for healing, because I guess we're jumping right in. Spirit said stop yapping. So when you're looking for healing through nature, I was playing disc golf today with my husband because that's his like favorite thing, and we were in nature, and it just felt so different. Like the way that I feel when I'm in the basement at my parents versus the way that I feel when I'm in the car with the windows rolled down, the way that I feel when I'm touching a tree, right? And I think there's something within that as like a beacon call that spirit is trying to like give you of like, go outside. Like, it's summer, bitch. Like, let's go. Like, let's go outside and reflect. I think there has to be balance within this reflection because I'm seeing scales. So it's like the Libra scale, like find the balance. Like, you don't always have to be in reflection. And that's why like the prompts are structured the way that they're structured. And obviously we're still tweaking some stuff, right? But there has to be a balance of like, yeah, I'm really deep in thought and this is a huge moment for me. And then move it to that next level of like, okay, but I also want to have fun and I want to manifest and I want to like live life, right? Like, that's the point. Gratitude. Yeah. Reflect and have gratitude. It's a great way to look at it. Manifest, gratitude. And I think there's like hidden pockets of gratitude that you may be missing, because I see like they keep pointing like the back of your mind, right? Like in the back of your mind, like there's stuff that you could have so much gratitude for that you're not even like thinking about for real. And when you celebrate the little things, it changes the whole dynamic. Like, oh, like let's say I keep seeing a Slurpee for some reason. So like, oh, they have your favorite Slurpee at 7-Eleven. Or, oh my God, they have like the limited edition, whatever, right? I'm seeing like candy, like a Kit Kat. Kit Kat bars could be significant, M&Ms. But something along those lines, right? Like you go to the convenience store and you're like, oh, I hope they have it. And then they do. Like, finding little things to have gratitude about, or celebrating like the little things. Like for me, when I hit 10K likes on TikTok, and I know like this is very like not necessarily something to be grateful for in some ways, but like this is also like my life and those things matter, right? But back on track here. It basically is like when I hit 10K, I was like, damn, like I'm so proud of myself. Like that's 10K. That is 10,000 people, or you know, whatever was going on, bots or whatever, but 10,000 people liking my stuff. Like everything that I'm putting out. Like it's not like I'm imagining this shit. Like this shit is real. And I think, you know, taking little moments, celebrating the little things of like, yeah, you know what? I healed a part of my inner teen this week. I mean, no one else has to know about it, but it's something that worked for me. Help you get out of your own way. there's something about you getting out of your own way where you're like, I keep seeing like Einstein and like a brain. So it's like you're too deep in thought. Like, you are so smart and you have so much that goes through your head at like 1 billion miles a second, but like also take the time to be like, actually, I can like rest today. I don't have to think about all of it. A day of me bed rotting, sitting on the couch, relaxing is not going to kill me. If anything, it's going to make me better, right? Give it the time that it needs. Right? Wasn't I just saying that? Like, not everything has to be explosive, expansive, big, fast strides, right? Because when you are hitting levels like that, it puts you right back into the perfectionism. It puts you right back into your bullshit. It puts you right back into the circle of trauma, of turmoil, emotionally, physically, mentally, right? Because you're trying to achieve certain things, to hit certain levels, to get those congratulations. But you know what congratulations matters the fucking most is your own. And I know that's like fucking with some of us today of like me saying that, but it is 100,000 billion trillion % true. You are the only one that truly needs to congratulate yourself and actually feel that shit. And really look in the mirror and be like, damn, congratulations. You did the goddamn thing. And that's going to mean 10 times better than anybody else in your life. And I know how much that like means to all of us. We've all expressed some type of like perfectionism. And I hope that shit really hits y'all hard in a good way, to relight this fire of like, you know what? Hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. I am the only one that my congratulations fucking matters. Because I don't need anybody else to validate me. I don't need anybody else to give me that love. I don't need anybody else to provide for me emotionally anymore. It's not to say that they can't give it to you, right? But like that being the main purpose of someone's relationship with you. I know that there's people that just popped in your head right now where you're like, damn, I really stayed with those people because I thought I was getting X amount of love from them, or feeling or emotion or whatever I was looking for, but they were siphoning off of me. Maybe they're a shitty friend, maybe they're a shitty family member, maybe they're just shitty all around, coworker, whoever. But it's shit like that. You know what I mean? Where you're like, damn, wish I would have done that one sooner. Wish I would have learned that. But that's why you have to give it time, right? We're talking about nature here. When you think of all the trees and all the foliage or whatever that's around you, now I live in Michigan, so I'm like really close to like lakes and everything all the time. But when you look at a freaking tree, that shit didn't just pop up overnight. Especially those giant like redwoods, like they've been around for like thousands of years. Like, that shit's trippy, but it's real. It's fucking real. That giving time for yourself to grow into something rooted and strong to take on any type of storm, right? Like, those redwoods ain't falling down. It would take a lot. And that's what Spirit's trying to do for you. That's what Spirit's trying to help you do, is build that. Build such a solid, strong root and foundation that truly something bigger than it would have to move it, to have to shake it, to even knock it down. That is so interesting. I'm seeing like, I forget the fucking movie. I think it's Lord of the Rings. I think it's Lord of the Rings where they recorded where there was redwoods. Anywho. So we also got the card, be clear about what you want. I think this is the exact week where we can start getting really clear on some things that we actually do want. I think a lot of us know what we don't want, But what do we actually want? Like, when we get to a certain space or place, it's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm out of survival mode in that area, but now I don't know what to do. Like, I've always functioned from this area of my life, so now what am I supposed to do? And then we have, what are you waiting for? So, like, that to me, I chuckle because I'm like, oh, they're literally making fun of us. Like, they're basically like, yeah, what are you waiting for? Like, you can have whatever you want, but if you don't know what you want, then how are we supposed to give it to you? Like, it's real easy to say what you don't want, but what do you actually want here? Make the best of it where you're at. That's what I'm hearing. Make the best of it where you're at, because wherever you're at right now, and I'm saying this to myself, y'all, you all know, like, yeah, I'm in my parents' basement with my husband and my 1-year-old. Is that really what I want? No. But I have a place that is safe for me and my family. I have a place that I know I'm not worried about, like, bills or food or clothing. Like, I know all of our basic needs are handled. So boom, check, there's survival mode number 1 right out the way. But when it comes into those deeper layers, like emotionally and stuff, I get upset if, like, my dad wasn't talking to my husband or whatever. But, like, at the end of the day, okay, like, you don't want to talk to each other, that's fine. I'm gonna make the best of it, because I'm not gonna be here forever, and I know that it will get better, because it will, and it is. Emerge feels like emergence. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like, you're emerging out, like, you're finally coming out of this cocoon. Oh my god, I just bought a butterfly ring. You're coming out of your cocoon. Rose quartz and lapazul, I'm hearing. So if you have those, definitely work with those. Definitely have those by you. Yeah, but it's time to emerge. It's time to come out of hiding. It's time to come out of the shadow. Like, what you're meant to do here is meant to change people, lives. And it doesn't have to be on, like, huge scales, in the sense of, like, oh my god, I went viral and, like, 15 billion people saw me. No, not that. Not necessarily that kind of energy, but it feels like you're here to make big differences in a good chunk of people's lives. Like, it's not for the masses, it's for the people that you call to, that calls to you. Your souls know each other. This isn't the first time that you guys have been here. But to be able to do so means that you have to emerge out of this cocoon. You have to come out. A bird literally flying by. Yeah, like, it's flying by, because that bird literally was like straight at me. It's like they want you just to fly like a butterfly. Immediately when they get out of the cocoon, they start moving their wings, and then they take off and they fly. It's like, once you emerge, you're gonna take off and fly, baby. Like a plane. 3, 2, 1, take off. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like go. Yes. It's not a competition. Ooh. To talk to our inner perfectionist, the only person you're in a competition with is yourself, babe. And you tell yourself otherwise because that's what we're conditioned to do. But the fact of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, each and every single person that came here to this earth came here for some purpose, right? Like, all of our souls came here for some purpose. Good, bad, ugly, you know, some bigger, some smaller, but everybody has a purpose. And your purpose is not to be in competition with all these other souls that are out here. It's just not. And especially when it comes to your work, your mental, your spiritual, whatever layer of your life, just know that it is not a competition. It doesn't matter if you think, oh, Brie is so much further ahead of me in her journey. I'm sure there's shit that you've cleared that I haven't. You know what I mean? confirmation. So y'all definitely have shit that you have healed that I have not. And that doesn't mean that one is bigger than the other or one is better or whatever. Nah, fuck that shit. What this means is, wow, perspective shift. Now I'm meeting people that I wouldn't have met here in the physical, and I finally get help to heal this, to heal that, to walk through this and help them with this, and they heal me of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's an exchange. And that's all that this is an exchange. That's why you came to Earth. You came during this time, and you came during this time for a very specific reason. And it's okay if you don't know, like, off rip, it doesn't feel right, you're not 100% there. Again, it doesn't mean that you're behind. It took me 4 years to get to this point. 4 years. And Elise and Shelby and all these other people in my life, I know for a fact, y'all have heard me talk about my purpose forever. What is my bigger purpose? What is the bigger plan? I know I'm not meant to do just this. And then, like, here the fuck I am, right? It's insane. It's literally insane. So the last 2 cards here. You are always shifting, and being yourself is sacred. Okay? I keep hearing you move mountains. You move mountains. I don't know if those are the mountains within you or within other people, but there is shit that you can move and shake within other people. And it fucking scares them. It truly does, but you're powerful. And this is me, this is spirit coming to you through me to give you this reminder of, you are so fucking powerful just being yourself. And the more that you grow, and the more that you learn, and the more that you love, and the more that you expand and emerge and grow, you become more and more yourself. And you become the mountain, or the redwood tree, or the ocean, or whatever you want, right? Whatever is, like, bigger and larger than life for you. Because for me, it's 2 things. It's the ocean. I don't even want to get into it. And I love the water. Like, the water calls to me. But also, I think about the deep root workings of trees, and how far some roots truly go, and how long trees can technically be here. Both of those things blow my mind. They feel very powerful. They feel very big. Because no matter how much water you take from the ocean, you still don't know how much water is left. And that's exactly how the universe works, how spirit is working. And we're finally getting to these stages of, like, okay, I'm clearing out enough shit that I can start accepting and receiving that crazy ass abundance. And not even bat an eye at it. Be like, yeah, of course I received whatever, a $10,000 check on a random Tuesday. Like, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you're trying to receive. And it will come to you quicker and easier. The more and more that you let go of who you were and start emerging as who you truly are. I keep seeing a sunflower. And sunflowers face specifically towards the sun. And you're finally the sunflower facing towards the sun. Because if the sunflower does not grow where the sun is, if it's not looking at it, then it wilts and it dies. And that's what's been happening. You wilted. The old you is dead and gone. That one song. Dead and gone, right? Like, that's what it feels like. But it's true. It's really fucking true. So take your time. Really take this week as a time to pick up the pieces of the fragile heart that we just went through, right? Of, like, real deep truths and depth and expansion. But also set out some time this week to start having some fun, to start thinking outside the box, to start expanding and growing. Because it's not all supposed to be hard to get there. You're supposed to have fun too. And before that new moon hits, it's not this week, I think it's sometime next week or the week after, I don't remember, I don't even know what day it is. But at the end of the day, to get to those places of true manifestation and true alignment, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun along the way. It's not all serious. It doesn't have to be. We make it. It doesn't have to be. So let's have some fun this week. Let's hold ourselves a little extra tight this week, and that's okay. But also have some fun. Let's have some moments and have some fun. So I'm super excited. I hope y'all are pumped. I will be sending out the codes for the readings. So whatever, I'll send those codes probably to you just on Discord, because that would be easier. So then you go in and you'll click on intuitive reading. Intuitive reading. So I'm just gonna do an intuitive pick for you guys, because sometimes it's tarot, sometimes it's oracle, sometimes it's just a channeled message, whatever it is. And I want to give that to you guys. That was really important for me to give one of my personal readings for free, since you guys are here on the ground floor, and I love y'all for that. I really do. So that's my thank you to you guys. So when I give you guys those codes, you click on there, you put in the code, it'll be free to you. And then I'll do same like how I normally do my personal readings. It's within like 72 hours. So I will try to do both on the same day. If both of you guys click it in, no problem. But if not, no worries. It'll be 3 days from whenever you put that in, and it'll be an audio recording of me, because that is how I normally do the readings. It's easier for me for my computer. So you will get an audio email of a personal reading from me. But of course, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts of any kind, please let me know. Shoot me a DM or put it in general chat. But I really hope that this message reached you guys this week, and just drop in general chat or confirmation or wherever you feel to do so, or even here on YouTube, whatever. I just want to know how you guys are feeling. Like, are you feeling like, man, like this was such a good step for me? Or, yeah, I don't know, it feels cool, but like I'm still looking for more. I want to know. I really do. Because if there's a place for us to grow and expand together, I'd love to do that. And if you're like chilling and vibing, I'd love to know that too. I want to know all of the above, since we're hitting at that 1 month mark. So I love you guys. I can't wait to see what's next for this week. Mwah.